Honestly, if you're 20 and under, what the fuck can you be depressed about? If you can't handle being a kid, adult life gonna kill you. This is fact. 53.4k likes. I am so sick of the stupid stigma surrounding depression. All these fucking dimwits discussing depression like there's some kind of fucking expert on the topic. You have depression? Quit being a whiny little bitch then. You're still young. You have no right to be depressed whatsoever. And you should just move the fuck on from your problems and quit and stop being so fucking mopey all the time. Like it's that fucking simple. It's not at all. There are a multitude of different things that could happen to a person that can trigger a long period of depression. Child abuse. Maybe they were sexually abused as a child. Maybe they lost a loved one that they were really close to and couldn't handle it, and it spiraled them into a depression for a very long period of time. Again, a lot of things could happen to a person before the age of 21 that could lead them to a long period of depression. Depression is a chemical imbalance. People don't choose to be depressed. What, do you think these people who are under 21 choose to be depressed? Like, oh, they wake up one day and they're like, I want to be depressed. And they just all of a sudden become depressed and they're sad all the time and nothing ever pleases them. You really think one wants to be like that? Like myself, I suffer from depression myself. You really think I want to be like this all the time? You really think I enjoy being depressed all the time? I don't. It's a living nightmare. I hate it when I have days where I'm depressed 24/7 and nothing, absolutely nothing, can bring me out of that attitude. I do try to actually get my mind off of the depression. Try to cheer myself up, do things I like, and there are days where it just doesn't work, and I'm constantly down the whole entire day. You really think I like being like that? You really think I like it when I have days like that? You think I choose to be like that? No, I don't choose to be like that at all. In fact, I wish there are many days where I wish I could just be a completely different person. Like I see someone at school or on the street, around their friends, laughing, having a good time. There are many times where I do wish I was that person. I was a complete. I do wish I could lead a completely different life at times. I suffer from pretty bad anxiety too. You think I fucking chose that too? You think I want to be anxious 24/7? You think I want to be? You think I want to be at the point where I can't even fucking approach a person and have a proper conversation without thinking, oh, I'm gonna make an ass of myself. I'm only gonna waste this person's time, and that causes me to not have a conversation with a person, and that causes me to isolate myself away from people and just constantly be alone and depressed. You think I want to be like that? You think you putting your fucking moronic statement out on Twitter for the whole world to see helps at all? You think you saying this to one who is actually depressed helps at all? Because it doesn't at all. Let's say a 15-year-old goes up to you for advice, or they come to you to vent about their problems and tell you that they're depressed. What are you gonna fucking say to them? Oh, you're young, you're 15, you have no right to be depressed. Drop your stupid mopey attitude and just get happy already. Just adopt a happier mentality. Your problems mean nothing. Your depression is fake. All that stupid shit. You really think that's gonna help them at all, and not spiral them down even further? Because when people say this shit, stupid, uneducated shit like this to someone who is depressed, it does not help at all. In fact, it just makes them even worse, because then they're gonna start to think, oh, my problems mean nothing. I'm depressed over stupid shit, and then the depression just gets even worse because they start to think, oh, my problems mean absolutely nothing. I mean absolutely nothing. And again, it just spirals them down even further, and maybe, potentially, they might actually commit suicide, or at the very least, attempt suicide. And what are you gonna say at that point? Are you still gonna say, oh, their problems meant nothing, their depression was nothing, even after they tried to off themselves, or actually successfully off themselves? Are you still going to say that their depression was absolutely nothing, and their problems were absolutely nothing, and they had no right to be depressed at all? These people need actual help from people who actually know what they're talking about and actually are educated on depression. Not from, they don't need to hear from fucking imbeciles like the guy who made the tweet I showed in the beginning of this video saying that they shouldn't be depressed. They're too young to have depression. Like depression is something that only a person of a certain age can get, and that they shouldn't be feeling the way they're feeling because they're young and they should be happy all the time. They have no right to be depressed. They don't even know what depression is. I'm so sick of the stupid fucking uneducated half-wits who decide to open their mouth on something they don't even understand. It's like when people say that suicide is a cowardly act. Like, if one came to you and told you that they're suicidal, do you really think they want to hear that they're cowardly, that they should feel ashamed for feeling how they feel? You really think that all of a fucking sudden, like the flick of a switch, is going to make them think, wow, I was really stupid. Maybe I shouldn't feel this way because that is absolutely fucking stupid. No, it's going to make them feel even worse about themselves and might even push them to committing suicide, or at the very least attempt at committing suicide. When you say shit like this, it doesn't help at all. So don't even fucking bother trying to talk to these people because obviously you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. To anyone who may suffer depression and or suicidal thoughts, get help, please, and get actual help. And don't seek advice from people who don't know what they're talking about. Don't seek advice from people who will tell you that what you're feeling is nothing and that depression is just a weakness and that you're a coward for feeling how you're feeling. And all of the stupid bullshit that we've heard a million times from these stupid uneducated fucks. Don't talk to a person like that. Talk to a person who actually knows how to deal with these things. Talk to a person who will give you actual advice and will actually will actually help you and not just spout stupid uneducated bullshit on how you're feeling, because shit like that does not help at all. And if you don't know a person who will actually give you sound advice on how you're feeling, then reach out. There are various different hotlines that you could reach out to and discuss your problems with. You are not stupid for feeling the way that you feel. You are not cowardly for feeling the way that you feel. It is something that is beyond your control and something that you should not feel ashamed of at all. Maybe if the uneducated masses in this world would get educated on mental health and understand mental health, then maybe there would be more people up front with how they're actually feeling. Because a lot of these people who suffer from depression choose not to talk about their feelings because that's seen as weak, that is seen as unmasculine, that is seen as cowardly. Fuck anyone who is like this. That's all I have to say. Bye-bye.